Britain's youth crisis is a ticking time bomb, and it's high time we address it. The country is facing a dire situation where young people are feeling disempowered and disengaged, and the consequences are far-reaching. The root cause: a failure to invest in the very foundation of our society, our young people. This crisis is not just about unemployment, it's about the erosion of trust in institutions and the very fabric of our economy. The austerity years have taken a toll, and now we're paying the price. The situation is dire, and it's time to take action. The Alan Milburn review into youth unemployment is a crucial step in the right direction, but it's just the beginning. We need to address the systemic issues that have led to this crisis. The youth services sector has been decimated, with funding cuts of 76% in England, resulting in the closure of thousands of youth clubs and the loss of social workers. The education system is also suffering, with per-pupil spending frozen for 14 years and investment in school buildings plummeting by a quarter. This is a recipe for disaster, as we're not just failing our young people, we're failing our future. The tragedy is that we're spending vast sums on the consequences of failure instead of investing in prevention. The Sure Start program, for instance, was supposed to save money, but research shows that as funding dried up, spending on looked-after children and safeguarding rose by more than half. This pattern is repeated across government, with a short-sighted approach to public services. The task for Andy Burnham and his government is to rebuild a preventive state, investing in the foundations of society to stop problems from developing. The economic, fiscal, and social prize would be substantial. The NHS provides a clear example of the benefits of prevention. Restoring the UK's deteriorating health to 2014 levels would boost GDP by 2% and generate a £72 billion dividend for the public finances. The Office for Budget Responsibility estimates that investing in prevention could keep the national debt 45% lower by the 2070s. However, the challenge is real. The costs of the Neet crisis are staggering, at £125 billion a year and rising. But getting more young people into work would revitalize their life chances, boost the economy, and strengthen public finances. The question is, will the government take action? Building a preventive state will be difficult, as the savings from preventive spending take time to materialize, and spending on acute need and welfare cannot be turned off. The Treasury's skepticism is understandable, but refusing to make the transition is a bad choice. Britain is already paying the price for a crumbling NHS, rising welfare bill, jobs market inactivity, and weak economic growth. The Milburn Review is a critical test of our commitment to rebuilding a preventive state. The alternative is a country hamstrung by the costs of failure, where young people feel lost. It's time to act and invest in our future. The clock is ticking, and the consequences of inaction are too great to ignore.